behind closed doors, where everybody can't really, can't really watch and see what we're doing. I feel like it's all a part of your character. What you do, whether you're in the light or whether you're not. What's up, Yolanda? Thank you for joining. Okay.
I most certainly know how the lack of discipline
Mm-hmm.
when you're in the dark is going to eventually show up in the light.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't even matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you find yourself sneaking and doing things that work against you
Yep.
in whatever form or fashion, you know, you you don't get the wins like you normally would, or like you think you should get,
Mm-hmm.
just because you didn't take the integral road to get those things, or to accomplish certain things. It
Mm-hmm.
shows up in your personality, it shows up in your attitude, you know, and it's like a thing that kind of overshadows your work,
Yep.
when you're not being integral and when you're not showing discipline, the discipline that you need in the dark, you know.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Mama Three, thank you for joining. Bambi's in the chat. Thank you for joining. Oh yeah, y'all started rolling the chat. But dang, where I see that. So Mama Three said you have to continue putting in the work even when no one's watching. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's when you don't work on a certain area or aspect of yourself, it's gonna show when it's crunch time. Yeah, that weakness is gonna show. If you have like a small, I call it like a crack in your foundation. It's gonna eventually cause destruction. Dr. Ninja Turtles in the bill. Thank you for joining. And Tina from the other phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I needed to switch devices
No, you good.
um in the process of doing a couple of things, but yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Ben, we said, and just keep at it 4 years on here. I finally figured out my niche. Okay. Better late than never. Some people they would have given up or really just never ever found their niche. 4 years. I know it's a long time, but it's people that's been on here for 10 plus years. So hey, kudos to you. Finally figured out what I'm good at and what works for me. Yep, absolutely. So let's.
Would help some if I at least went into my own chat. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I forget that I'm streaming to my own platform. Be abandoning all the people. I'm not rude. I just ain't made it yet. I'm coming. I'm on the way.
Yeah, that's it. Better late than never. She coming, man. Relax. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody. Okay. Yolanda said elevated laid back. Brother, that brings people together. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Yolanda. I really do. I've always had fans, but now I'm really enjoying it as it's no longer a prison style. Yeah, so that's the key to it, Bambi. You gotta enjoy what you do, or else work is gonna feel like work, and content creating is gonna feel like work. So yeah, that's good to hear. I'm glad. I'm glad. So habits over hype. Motivation is temporary. It's a quick spark, not a long term fire. Habits create automatic momentum that carries you through low energy days. Routines are the backbone of consistency. Hype is just a decoration. People who rely on hype tend to quit early, while disciplined people finish strong. Oh, and quality over quantity after numbers. Yeah, the numbers are gonna come. You know, is that you just gotta stay focused on the prize. The numbers will come. Kiss from Jay in the building. Thank you for joining.
Hello, Jay. How you doing? I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm actually in the
Uh,
middle of um.
you good, Tina? You good? You know, um,
Mhm. But
and
yeah,
anybody that wanna join, you could join. I dropped the link in the chat. Otherwise, it's gonna be a quick show. I ain't mad either way, cause it was rough getting out of bed today.
if it's one thing that I could say as it pertains to habits,
Hmm.
you got to formulate the right kind of habits in order to see the right kind of results. That's even if you exercise.
That's very true. That is very true. So even along with the exercise, if you claim you're going diet or something, change your eating habits, and you still sneaking those snacks late night, are you really staying true to yourself? No. Oh, I'm gonna have a cheat day. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Not bad, y'all. So who you are in the dark determines who you'll be in the light. Eventually, the private grind gets exposed in your public results. If you cut corners in secret, it will show up later when it matters the most.
He never lies.
Hey
Hello,
Dog,
y'all,
Jay.
what's up,
what's
Jay?
going on? Hey
Nah,
chat, hey everybody in the chat. Oh, I see Simon Tony just entered the chat. Hey you guys, how y'all doing everybody? Tina Elevator, how are y'all?
Doing good, doing good. Finally, doing good.
I'm glad to hear that. But yes, I definitely wanted to join in on the conversation because this is something that I've been dealing with and am working on.
good.
So what you do when no one's watching, basically, I think that's really heavy on the food for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people do say that, they're trying their best to eat good and then they eat crazy when no one's watching, but
Yep.
that most definitely shows up on your body. So even though no one's watching, they can see it add up.
Right.
And when you use the bathroom, you can smell it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like there's evidence that will linger all the time. There's really no hiding it. It may be hidden from you, like ingesting it, but it comes out of your pores. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't eat good, it comes out of your pores. Like I said, it shows up on your body. Like
Mm,
there really is no hiding it, because no one can say that they're vegan and they're like gaining hella weight. Like it don't add up. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right.
when it comes to just like, huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I thought Tina was about to speak on something.
No,
But
I just was agreeing with you.
oh yeah, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Yeah, that's really crazy. And even just like other stuff, other than just like eating, even like content creating, like if you're someone that's just posting and you're not really doing anything outside of just what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of tell that nothing's moving. We can literally look at your page and tell like if you're engaging with other people, because one thing for sure, content creators, we all support one another, but
Mm-hmm.
most of us support the ones that support us, you know what I'm saying, because there's so many of us, you know what I'm saying. So as
Mm-hmm.
time goes on, your circle is going to get like smaller and smaller depending on how many people you talk to. So if you're someone that's actually engaging with other people for real, and you're really out here in these YouTube streets, that's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not doing anything at all, like when nobody's watching, like you're not doing anything as far as like reaching out to other people and trying to build your own community. It shows in your videos. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you didn't have like the best video, if you still had a good personality, like if you don't know how to edit or nothing like that, but you had a good personality and you could just sit there like push start on your camera, say what you got to say, push in on your camera, and literally just post it like that, you can still have a lot of views.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you didn't know how to do your like SEOs and nothing like that. If
Right.
you're someone that gets around in the community, people will find out who you are and they will come and they'll want to support you, especially if you got something to say for real. But if you don't and nothing's happening with you, that also shows like what you be doing, like what you do when no one's around. It shows on your channel. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? One way or another, it kind of do in a way. But I think that's really crazy how like stuff like that happens. But I feel like what's done in the dark type of thing, like what you do when no one's watching kind of thing, I feel like that really goes heavy on like the food, because I feel like more people can relate to that. Because honey, I know there's a lot of people that probably be out here eating a whole bunch of McDonald's and they know that McDonald's be having that human meat up in it. Child, don't tell me you don't be eating no McDonald's that human meat up in it. Like, oh my gosh, did you guys hear about that one story? My husband was just telling me about it. Some article he was reading or something like that. Some girl, she got a job interview to some place that was like 33 miles away from her home. And she literally drove there for the interview. And she did the interview. And when she was done with the interview, she walked outside of like, I guess it was a restaurant or whatever. She walked outside the restaurant and made a phone call to her mom and told her mom she don't think the interview went good, and that the person that interviewed her was asking her like really weird questions. The person was asking her questions like, oh, what's your blood type, and what is the stuff called,
Oh
what's the,
hell.
what's the stuff called when like you pass away and you give away like your, oh, if you're an organ
Organ,
donor.
organ
Yeah,
donor.
he was asking her if she was an organ donor and like things like that. And I guess she didn't get the job. I'm not really too sure. And so she got on the phone with her mom when she like walked out the restaurant. She was telling her mom like everything that was being said and how it was so strange. And she was like she was about to drive back home, but she was gonna go inside and use the bathroom real quick before she got on the road, because it was 33 miles away
Mm,
from her home. So she went back inside, and then her mom never heard from her again. So her mom, I guess, is like a prayer warrior type of woman. So she was praying and praying and praying because she never heard back from her daughter.
mm,
It turns out some man ended up getting pulled over by the police, and the truck that he was driving was some type of like food delivery truck, I suppose, or meat delivery truck. And the meat delivery company they were going to was a McDonald's meat factory. And so the police officer ended up pulling the guy over because they had a broken tail light. So the police officer ended up checking the truck, and in the back of the truck, guess what, they found the girl. The
mm,
mom's daughter was in the back of the truck tied up, and she wasn't even dead. She was just passed out. And he was taking her to a McDonald's meat factory. Can you believe that? That's absolutely insane.
mm,
I was like, I just can't even like deal. And it's just like all this stuff be like going on. Like there'd be a lot of missing people and all this different stuff be going on, y'all. Like when it comes to America, they can't hide what be going on, because that's another thing you could talk about, what's done in the dark will come to light, because people are starting to become more aware of stuff like this. Like you notice when you're driving by grave sites, there's not that many graveyard for the amount of people that's alive on this earth. Most of them get buried. Most of them don't get cremated. And there's really not that many graveyards to match up with the amount of people that have died. And I think that's absolutely insane as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that is so crazy because a lot of that stuff now is starting to come to the light. But just imagine how long this has been happening before people started to pick up on it.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sorry, I know I like made this conversation go like completely left, but it was in my mind, like my bad. But yeah, child. It is insane. It is insane, Trisha, for real, for real. It is insane. But stuff like that is happening all the freaking time. All the freaking time. It's insane. And it doesn't make it doesn't make any sense to me how like let me not even get deep into that conversation because that's not even the topic of today's panel. My bad, y'all.
That's why
I'm literally just emptying my thoughts at this point. But yeah.
it be like that sometimes.
I
But
just
Miss
understand.
Nina, how are
Oh,
you?
oh, hanging tough. Still here.
Yeah.
If I may borrow Antonisa's what she say all the time, breathing, blinking, and blessed. So,
Yeah.
um, it's so much I could be complaining about, but I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Um, one thing I can say as it going back to piggyback on what you were saying about when you don't take the time to investigate, when you don't take the time to research what you're doing, you just consuming whatever, you just doing whatever. Um, I agree with you in that at some point it's going to show.
yeah.
It's going to show, you drink too much alcohol, eventually it comes through your skin, you
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
know. Um, yeah, if you're not protected and you out here wilding out in these streets, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you have some to have different things wrong with you.
Right.
The lack of discipline in any area can creep up on you and can be as severe as a heart attack or lung cancer. It doesn't matter. It's
Mm-hmm.
just going to show up in your life in one way or another, the same way it is with YouTube. If you're not doing your due diligence, doing what you got to do, your own growth is stunted.
Yep.
You don't get to see the numbers. You don't get a chance to see the growth that you could have because you're not willing to do the work that's on the back end of it. It's not enough
Right.
that I could come up and talk or come up and be on a panel, but I also got to be willing to do what I need to do if I'm doing a interview. I got to do my research. I got to be
Right.
able to put something together. I got to put some points together. I got to write out an outline. I got to know where I'm going in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're interviewing somebody, you got to have some kind of structure to how you're going to run things.
Right.
No different than. But if I'm just going to wing it every time, I could be repeating something that I said uh in a whole nother instance that don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about now, or it
Right.
has nothing to do with the individual right in front of me. And so when it comes to that discipline and being willing to do the work when no one's looking is just, I think, one of the biggest things that a person has to take into consideration, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so true. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see so many people done came through.
Shout
Stash,
out to y'all.
Ash, Trish. What's popping, you guys? Everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Definitely thank y'all. Brother of certain ages in the chat. Anybody else I missed, I apologize. But thank y'all. For real, for real. I forgot what you're talking about. Hold on. So I'm going to reread that talking point. Who you are in the dark determines who you'll be in the light. Eventually, the private grind gets exposed in public results. If you cut corners in secret, it will show up later when it matters the most. The dark is where true character is shaped. It's the testing ground. Success in the light is nothing more then your discipline in the dark revealed. Trish, don't start. Don't start.
I'm gonna tell you something else that's gonna show up too. Is another thing to show up is your motives.
Yep.
Your motives are
Yeah.
gonna get exposed one way or another. They gonna know if you just doing sub for sub and you're not really interested in what they got going on. They're gonna
Yeah.
figure you
Yeah.
out eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Or the person come on there and they speaking and whatnot, but the only thing that you hear from them is what they got going on. They're not interested in nothing that you have, or nothing that that you may be presenting to everyone. But it's more so about having to focus on them. All of those things can always be seen, and you get called out on them, from time to time. And people have to be so careful to know that if you consistently um if you consistently have ulterior motives in the things that you're doing, and that's not everyone, but for those who have ulterior motives, because that's a posture of your heart. If your heart is not in the right place when doing things, and everything is just about you, eventually a person is going, or a group of people, or somebody is going to expose you and shine a light on who you really are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
you won't be able to get away from it because you'll have records and records of your behavior in every place that you've gone to, making everything about yourself.
Right.
Yeah. That's really, really crazy.
That's very true.
And it's kind of almost like having like dark fetishes in a way, or like a double side or a different side of
Mhm.
you that you try to hide from people. Eventually stuff like that will come to the light. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like not being true to yourself. If you're like hiding things that make you you, eventually you're not going to be satisfied with your life if you're not able to like do what makes you happy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Right.
good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna like I feel like for some people it gets to the point that they just end up exploding. And that will turn into what's done in the dark will come to the light because you just can't take it no more. Or that could even be like if you're dealing with like a relationship that you don't like. And instead of you like talking and letting the person know like this ain't really working for you no more, you like just find ways to make it horrible just so you don't have to tell them that you want to leave. You're trying to make them want to break up with you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're not doing what you're supposed to, like if you was to say like being with someone else when you're with someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like so many different ways for you to go about what's done in the dark will come to the light. And it's just the fact that majority of the times it doesn't end up being something that turns out to be in your favor if you don't just go ahead and put it in a light if it's something that has to do with your characteristics or something that makes you you, like I was saying.
Right.
It will literally be something that will like turn against you instead of you working with it.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually somebody gonna figure out who you are.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
you suppressing, whatever, as it pertains to your character, as it pertains to, whatever life you living or whatever, it's gonna come out eventually. It is
Yep.
not gonna be a secret. And people who think that they can walk that line of people don't know because I'm behind the camera, or people don't know, it's people that can listen to you and tell what your angle
Yeah.
is. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Where
that's
you coming
true.
from.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
That's why it's always best for you to just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much better because people know how it is when they gotta keep up with like lies and shit. When you be like trying to just lie about, when you lie about one thing, you gotta lie about a lot of different things just to keep up with that. And then you gotta keep up with 10,000 lies when you can just simply keep up with one truth. And it's not even keeping up because it's actually something that happened. So it's
Yeah.
more of a memory versus something you have to remember. Like,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
yeah. It is. Let's see. I'm gonna say pause right now. Discipline is a muscle, not a mood. Every discipline choice is like a rep in the gym, building your willpower. The more reps you get in, the easier it is to keep going. If you stop practicing, that muscle weakens. Discipline is a use it or lose it type of a situation. Treat discipline like training. It's uncomfortable at first, but it becomes powerful over time.
I like that. Cause it's so true.
Yeah, you know,
Discipline is training, you know. Because if you don't stay consistent, it's like how can you say you're disciplined if you're not willing to go the distance regardless to how you feel or regardless to what your experiences are? And how do you get a chance to see the benefits of those disciplines either if you're not willing to stick with it or stick to it, you know.
mhm, right, right,
Mm-mm-mm.
absolutely,
Y'all tired?
yes.
I am.
I can
I'm
tell.
I'm about to come get up off of here, child. But
Cause
what's up,
that's
y'all? Anybody else want to come up here? Anybody got something to say about discipline? There's a lot you can really say about discipline because to be honest, we as content creators, we all have to be
Got
disciplined in order to continue on with our journey here on YouTube. So I feel like there's a lot of people that can say something if they wanted to say something. You don't have to come up here. It's not forced. But you can definitely type in the comments like how you feel and how you discipline yourself to keep on with your journey.
right.
Like what is it that you actually do that makes you want to stay consistent? Is it being around certain people? Is it continuing to stay on YouTube because being around people that are content creators help you to keep motivated? Or do you have that motivation within yourself? Because even if you do have it in yourself, you have to be disciplined to take care of what you got to take care of because people got bills they got to pay, all type of stuff. So
Right.
eventually you're going to have to make that wiggle room to have room to make content. And that has to do with discipline. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna be one of those people that get up on YouTube and complain about how you about to get kicked out of your place because you wasn't focusing on your bills and you was focusing only on the content,
Mm,
knowing that it's not paying you yet or you're not monetized yet. Because there are people out here that be making videos like that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like you gotta make it make sense. And that has to do with discipline in all areas of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like being disciplined to follow through. I feel like discipline has a lot to do with planning, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying, like for example, if you're trying to make a goal,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just think that you're gonna just like work towards this goal and not write out a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you write out a
And yeah,
weekly or even daily plan or monthly plan or a half a year plan
mm-hmm.
that you're able to like look at and make sure you're executing everything you're supposed to so that everything is riding smoothly because some people they're the type of people that don't need to write nothing down. They just know exactly what it is and they know that they can do it. But those are the people that are actually disciplined because they're like tunnel vision focused. But some people like me, I am that type of person. I do need to break it down like week by week and stuff like that because I tend to be like everywhere at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But I know that if there's something that I am focused on more and I need to take care of like more and less of something else, I'm gonna have to like break it down into like certain weeks or something like that to make sure I like stay focused and like stay consistent with it that way. And that helps me to be more consistent. But that as well as also being disciplined because you're putting yourself up to a challenge that probably you wasn't able to do before. Because there's some people that will like do certain things like that. That's like literally people making their New Year's revolution or resolution. I had
Mm-hmm.
told y'all before that literally the
It's like
second Friday in the year is Quitters Day because people literally come up with this ridiculous idea of majority of them be like, I'm gonna lose weight. and then the second Friday of the year they back to eating cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Like, no, there's no discipline in that. There's no, like, you didn't, like, there's a lot to that. You can't just say you're gonna do something like that. You have to break it down in a way that works for you. Everybody's discipline is different. Some people are able to go like hard, and some people need to take baby steps, and that's completely fine. You have to
Hmm.
do it in a way that works for you. But discipline is different for everybody. Not
Right.
everybody is able to just jump up in the gym and just start working out and think that it's gonna, like, they're gonna see results. Everybody's body is different.
Right.
Like, some people have like really good muscle memory and other people don't. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? You have to pay attention to yourself and all type of stuff like that. Like, it's like so much that comes with being disciplined, but it's really unique to each person, just like how your body is unique to you.
Hmm.
I just know people have to be realistic.
Yeah.
They set goals sometimes that they know that they can't meet in order to push themselves when all they do is end up pushing themselves into burnout. Then they don't want to do the thing at all anymore.
Yep.
I kind
So,
of
and
feel like, I'm
hmm
sorry to cut you
no,
off.
go
I kind
ahead.
of feel like that has to do with, I feel like when people are trying to do stuff like that, that has to do with them doing something because of people around them, or they're trying to just have a reason to. They're not necessarily doing it for them. They're doing it for other people. I feel like that's when people have like unrealistic goals. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had realistic goals, you're going to move in your own pace versus trying to rush. I feel like if you're rushing to do something, it's because you're not really doing it for yourself.
That
I
or they.
think that a lot of people jump into this, especially in the YouTube space. They jump into it because of other people.
Mm,
Whether it's other people are successful and I want to pattern after them, or I want to receive what they're receiving, whether
mm,
that be likes or subscribers or members or whatever. But a lot of times people are not looking at it as this is something that I want just for me.
mhm,
And when you get that, you have these unrealistic goals because they're not set on anything that you can actually do. It's mainly something that's kind of far fetched in thought. And because you can't think it out from the place that you are, eventually, I mean, when it comes to being self motivated, it's only going to take you so far. At
mm.
that point, that's where discipline kicks in. Like, y'all are tired. I done had me some rest today, so I can
Mhm.
go.
Yeah,
But it takes the discipline of being willing to say, hey, I'm tired, but I'm still pushing. I'm
right.
still trying to get this content out. I want to have this important conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It takes that and you begin to see the results of that grind and that push, but it goes past how you feel. A
Mhm.
lot of people feel like, oh, I want what such and such got, but they don't feel like putting in the work to get what such and such got.
That's so
You know what I'm
true.
saying? And that's where the
Yeah.
problem comes in when it comes to these unrealistic expectations of themselves, unrealistic goals, and not poor preparation and some more factors that come into the lack of discipline, not being who you are in the eyes of other people because you're trying to be something else based on what you see.
Mhm. Yep.
Mm-mm. Y'all don't vote Tina up, child.
No,
Mm-mm. That is so true.
she's not lying.
That is
What
so
if
true.
I was just like, I'm tired. I don't feel like streaming today. So what? You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm tired, but I'm here. Like, I'm just, got the eyes on the goal. So,
Yeah.
so now, like, when I have a day when I'm not tired, yeah, it's gonna be easy. Just trying to push through. So I mean, she ain't lying. I'm tired
Yeah,
as
the
shit.
hard work does like pay off, honestly. It really, really does. I can say that for sure.
Hmm.
But it's so easy to make excuses
Right.
because you're uncomfortable, because you're tired, because I already did this the past 28 days or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the fact that you got jobs outside of this. You got things that you need to do. You have responsibilities and whatnot outside of this particular space. But that's what it takes. It's the same way if you're gonna go to the gym. You still got life. You
Hmm.
still got bills that you still got bills you got to pay. You still
Yep.
got to go to work. You still got other things you got to do, but you got to get the time in to
Mm.
work out. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the results you want to see. Otherwise, your fall off, your falling away is going to have results too. It just won't be the ones that you set out as it pertains to your goal.
Yep. You
That's
ain't
true.
lying. You ain't lying, Tina. Coaches in the building. I saw Smooth coming here, and I see Callie's in the building. Anybody else I missed? Thank you for joining. I appreciate all of y'all for real, for real. Well, she said the repo man coming if you stop.
The
Where you going repo the hoopty?
hoopty.
I don't know where you going repo. I ain't got nothing no for no repo man. Well, Yolanda said we are all tired. Yeah, yeah, but you know we gotta motivate each other. That's the beautiful thing about a community. So,
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
some another factor though, as it pertains to discipline.
hmm.
Having the discipline to rest.
Oh, oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got to go there
oh,
because it's so essential for your success. What good does it do that you run up all the numbers, you get all the views, you get
mm,
all the subscribers, and then you go to the hospital?
damn. You right though.
Because that stops everything. You won't be in the hospital bed with your laptop on your phone talking about some I got some content going, with the beeps in the background.
Good point.
And we ain't talking about the fire alarm beep that the folks be talking about at the black folks' house. We talking about that beep or that heart monitor, making sure you staying alive.
Yeah, you're right.
Because, I mean, it's cool to be young, where you don't have, all of the problems that older people have. But at the same time, you can get them if you
True,
stressing yourself out.
true indeed.
You can
That's
raise
true.
your blood pressure, and then you can have a blood pressure pill too. You
Hmm.
know,
Yep.
um, all the time we hear coach saying, about drinking your water. Have you drank your water today? It's
Right.
things like that. Having the discipline to give your body what it needs in
Hmm.
order to keep
Yeah.
going, in order to keep the grind up, and
Hmm.
includes taking a nap, going to sleep, laying down, getting some rest, putting something down. It's something out for yourself,
Hmm.
you know.
Yep.
Even if it means, you take a 15 minutes before you start your channel, just to unplug on from everything for a moment.
Yep.
Because sometimes we could hop from live to live to live,
Yeah.
in somebody else's chat miss. Then next thing you done jumped into another one. Then you watching something else. Then you get a phone call. You got to talk to the people that called you. And then next thing you know, you responded to emails and all of that. At what point do you stop and say, I need to rest?
Yeah.
And not just say I'm tired, but use that as the indication that I got to unplug.
Right. Right. Ooh.
I know
Tina,
that's right,
Tina
cause
be spinning the heat.
oh yeah, she do.
Ooh, wee.
We all know that.
Mm-hmm. Which said these young people are not giving themselves the opportunity to get older. That's why they don't care.
That's so true, Tiff.
Yeah. Most will say I'm never getting old. Yeah. Yeah. They ain't going.
They
They ain't
probably
going.
saying they never getting old in spirit because your body is definitely gonna get old unless you're doing some type of like thing to your body, like how Khloe Kardashian is. You know, Khloe Kardashian, she took some type of test because of all these different things that she did to her body, and they said the test determines how old your body is. You know what I'm saying? And they said that her body was, she had a body of a 28-year-old based off of the health of her body.
Mm. Well,
But she stay in the gym though. Plus, you
Right.
also, be doing all that extra stuff.
Okay.
But I think that's actually so interesting to actually like know that your body has an age. Like outside of you being like how many years you've been on this earth, depending
Mm,
on how you treat your body can you can be like 28 years old, but your body can be 36. Or you
right.
can be like 45 years old and your body can be like 29. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like that's really interesting.
That's true. Uh, we got Danielle in the building. And we got Tondra in the building. Thank y'all for joining. External is the area of concern. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that, but that's interesting to learn.
I hear it, but at the same time, I have my questions, and I'm not saying that the science is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I do take into consideration that some things, as it relates to those senses, can be a little biased in that there aren't enough elements to factor in to say whether or not a person has the body of a 28-year-old or what have you, unless you're just going by how the heart is performing or how the mind is performing or things of that nature.
Right.
Um, I mean, of course, you can always look at a person and say, "Oh, yeah, this person is obese, or this person is underweight, or this person is this, that, and the other."
Right.
But when it comes to that whole, "Oh, you have the body of a such and such year old," I'm like, I got questions about that because there was a time, like, and I get technology, but there was a time where the average, person's lifespan was only like 33.
Mm,
And so when you look at today's statistics,
mm-hmm.
in some regards, people are living longer. But in
Right.
some regards, people are not living any longer. And there are so many other factors as it pertains to health, wealth, finance, and everything else that comes into play. Because just the fact that you were mentioning, who was it, Kim Kardashian? Is that what you were saying, Jay?
Yeah. No, not Kim. It was Cole.
Okay, Shorty, whoever she is. If she's in the gym, she, first of all, she lives in a place of privilege. So the rest that she needs,
Mm-hmm.
she can afford. The
Yeah.
training she needs, she can afford. The
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
nutritionist that she needs, she can afford. So when you get the measurements of, oh, you got the body of a 28-year-old or 28 what year old entrepreneur, a rich person, because there are people that are living everyday lives that do not have the same status, but they're the same age as her or younger. And so sometimes I question, um, if you didn't know how old you were, how old would you be? Is that a riddle?
You are so funny,
Yeah,
child.
I guess he's trying to ask like how old do you
If
feel?
I didn't know how old I was, I would think that I was 27.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
I think I have a
Nah,
young
that's about
soul.
right. Yeah.
I think I have a young soul. I feel younger than I am.
Okay.
But
I don't know
not
how
that's
old you
more
are.
so. Oh, I'm 32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I get
that's not
that.
much younger, but it just makes me feel more like I still feel like I just feel like I don't know. I just kind of feel I don't know. Yeah.
There are so many different factors as it pertains to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, um, and this is not to be braggadocious. I have had a lot of experiences in my life.
I
Mhm.
believe
If I
it.
go by those alone, it will push me up some years more
I
so
would
than
love for you to
just the
do
physicality.
sorry to cut you off. I would love for you to do literally like if you was able to do story times of whatever you would want to share, I would love to like hear those. I think that would be
That'd be
amazing
dope.
if you
That
were
would be
to ever create videos because I know all you have is like lives and like posts and
Oh
stuff like
yeah,
that
I
on your
most certainly
channel.
intend on doing some videos. Yes, they're
Yeah.
coming. They're
Like
coming.
yeah. Like if you were to do videos with even if you was just doing it like how you are, like with your voice and whatnot, I think that would be so fly. Because there's so much that you don't tell us. We just know what you do tell us, and that's mainly like, you definitely like had a real crazy life and you've been through a lot and you've done a lot or whatever. But I feel
Hmm.
like there's no like concrete thing to think of when I think of you. I don't really know a background story of you at all. And I don't really know a background story of a lot of people. But it's just you just kind of come off more mysterious than everyone else.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know why I come off as mysterious. If I think that the major thing is I just haven't been interviewed. No one
Wow.
has talked to me yet. Everybody else's business is all over YouTube.
But
Mine isn't.
I want to interview you. I have been asking you that forever now.
I didn't say I didn't say I wouldn't. I didn't say I wouldn't at all. No, no. I do plan on being on your platform for that interview. I absolutely would.
Yes.
That's funny.
I have no idea what your 20 questions would be though. That is the hilarious part.
Yeah, it's gonna
Child.
be
The
crazy.
thing that's what I really do like about the 20 questions, like the would you rather's, the way I be asking them. Like most people when they do their interviews, they ask like direct questions. But I feel like my would you rather's, even though they really have nothing to do with your personal life, they kind of tell a lot about your personality from what you
Mhm.
would choose. You know what I'm saying? Like you would be like, child, what? There's been so many people that I've seen. What? That is so funny, child. Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought I hung up with y'all. But nah. Yeah, a lot of people that I've interviewed and I asked them and I didn't really know them at all. There's some people that I like literally didn't know at all when I had interviewed them or whatever. And when I asked them like random would you rather questions, it kind of told a lot about their characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Just like based
Hmm.
off of like what they would choose or whatnot. And I feel
Mhm.
like
Hmm.
that's one of the main reasons why I like to do the would you rather, because they're so like just spontaneous and random or whatever.
Random.
But I
Random.
can't wait for you to be able to do your videos though. I'm really, really stoked about that. I can't wait to see like how you would do it. I
Hmm.
can kind of picture something in my mind, but I know you'll probably do something completely different or whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
I just kind of feel like in my mind, okay, let me just tell you in my mind. In my mind, what I see is I see a fireplace going and you just like talking. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
That
Because
is
dope.
hilarious.
it's
That's
like come around
dope.
the fireplace, children. Let me tell y'all a story. You know what I'm saying?
Story
Like
time.
it sound
Hmm.
like that.
Story time with Tina
Mm.
It
Mo.
sounded like that. Yeah. Yeah. Story time with Tina Mo. And then she gets all into because I love the way that you talk too, because you know like when to pause. You know what I'm saying? You have this way of pausing and you have this way of like not saying nothing for like a few seconds just to let it soak in and all of that. Like, child, you be
That
doing that collard
suspense. They
greens.
give you that
She got the
suspense. You
collard
like,
greens method. You know what I'm saying? She got that raw chicken method.
Oh
You gotta let it
Lord.
soak. You gotta let the
"Hmm,
season soak. Yeah. That
yeah,
is so funny to me though.
that's
But
That
I
is
love it.
hilarious. Thank you.
You are so funny.
yeah, I could see that. I can't unsee it now.
But it's definitely some things that I have planned, and I'm getting some things together. It's taking me a minute because I've had some other things that became priority here recently, but
Okay,
I'm in the process of squaring some things away to make room for the things I want to do for YouTube. And
okay,
so I most certainly will be doing certainly will be doing some story times because can't nobody tell my story better than me.
that part.
Um, Not only that, but I'm really, really transparent. And so what you won't get in a question, you'll probably get more so with me just talking
Mhm.
because I do know how to dance. And I'm
I
talking about
feel that
verbally.
too. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I feel that
Hmm.
and I
Oh,
believe that too.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah. And so it's one of the
Hmm.
things where I'm like, I just expect to, um, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So
Oh,
I just want things to be right when I do them, you know.
Don't wait for perfect. Just do it.
No, I'm
Come
not waiting for perfect. You
This is
know.
one of our lessons in Step It Up September. You
Uh
don't
huh.
want to wait for perfect. Just get started.
No,
Like
no, no,
I
not.
get
I said I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I only said a bit. I'm not a perfectionist because I do know how to get it and go.
okay.
You know, I had to learn that actually in first response.
Mm-hmm.
There
Okay.
is no such of a thing as perfect. It's a such thing as urgency.
When you
Mm-hmm.
And
say first response, are you talking about firefighters?
I am not a firefighter.
EMT.
Oh, are you talking about what are you talking about first response?
I am talking about first response, and that does include firefighters, but that's not me.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
It sounded like you was like saying that like as if you was like in the medical field or something.
I am.
Well, are you a nurse?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
Again, I work in first response. And once I talk about the things that I do, you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But
Enough
as
said.
of right now, I do not divulge exactly what I do. A lot of people
Okay.
have an idea of what I do. I mean, because I am a CDL holder, I do at times drive dump trucks, large ones at that.
No doubt.
But outside of that, there are other elements to what I do. Um, as far as my vocation and occupation is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
which includes first response.
Okay.
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 I see why you say I seem mysterious.
Yeah, because it's kind of like you it's I don't know,
I
it's
say a
like
lot without
you be
saying anything
taking
at all.
yes, it's like you be taking us down this street and we thinking you about to open a door and then it'd be like a quick turn and now we going down another way, then it'd be another quick turn and we never actually get to like settle into anything. We just keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that you
Yeah.
just described how my life has been. It's a keep it moving.
Okay.
And so if you get that element from me, that has been the majority of how I've lived for the large portion of my life. But this ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? We over here
Yes, it's
talking 30
definitely
minutes
not.
talking about some
That's
what's going
that's
on
just
with
because yeah, that's just because we kind of it's kind of seeming more like a flowy kind of panel tonight. Even though there is a topic.
that's because y'all tired.
Yeah, it is.
That part. All
We
right.
tired.
Yeah.
We
Shit.
tired. Elevated got everybody winded from watching him on that
Come
bus
on
that
now.
party
There
bus
you go.
child.
You ain't gonna
He
never
got
live that
everybody
down.
winded. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna live it down because all I was seeing was elevator keep tipping his hat. You be tipping your hat when you feeling good, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
That's like your yes sir move without having to say it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Danielle that tickled me to about Jay trying to cat pawn at the answer. You trying to scratch out a little, just a little tank.
Danielle, that is so funny.
And Denise, I am. Is that obvious?
The elevator still recovering.
I was
Child.
hurt yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I'm alright. I'm just regular tired now.
You need that hydration from that libation.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Get you some electrolytes.
Duh, right. Yeah, absolutely. That was yeah. I
You know,
know
I
that
never had
was
any of those type of drinks before, like the 5 hour energy thing. I've never had like anything like that before.
It's
crash. You crash.
trash. You don't want it. It's just something that'll taste nasty for a while, and you'll be waiting on the results. Don't do it.
Now you'll be waiting on the results, so it don't do nothing for real.
Absolutely nothing. If it does, and
Wow.
you know what, I don't want to be disparaging towards the company because it just might be me and my makeup. But my experience has been that it ain't hitting on much. Maybe it's for those who do not partake in caffeine. Maybe that's the issue. Because if you're used to drinking Red Bulls or Monsters or anything like that,
Mhm.
maybe a 5 hour energy won't do anything for you. I'm not sure of what it's supposed to do, but I need 12 5 hour energies in order to feel them, I guess. I don't know.
Oh wow.
But
I don't drink Red Bulls either. I've never had a Red Bull before.
so with those 5 hours, like if it, let's say if it does work for you, because it's hit or miss. Like when I would take them, but you crash hard off of those. Like if it does start giving you some
Right.
energy, you crash. You'll feel worse than before you even took it.
Exactly.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Well, it's only supposed to last a short while. You cannot live off of energy, nothing,
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
and I learned the hard way. Uh, Working 16, 18 hour days
Mm,
and fell asleep at the wheel.
Oh no.
I was driving my Mustang. I was sick. I had the flu. I was drinking those energy drinks. I had worked like a double shift somewhere.
mm,
And drove home. Uh, from somewhere. I went somewhere after work, and
mhm,
then left and came back home. That's so loaded sounding, but I left and came back home. And on my way back home on the expressway, I fell asleep at the wheel in a construction site. And when I woke up, my car was on set to cruise control at
mm.
like I say about 85 miles an hour or
Oh
something
Ooh,
my
like that.
gosh.
sheesh.
And I had taken like some Theraflu. Oh no, not Theraflu, NyQuil, because I was sick.
Oh no.
And so, but I had drank the energy drink thinking it's gonna counteract that.
Mm-mm.
Fell asleep at the wheel after working too long of a shift. And on my way home, when I woke up, I realized the car was still going. I was driving, but when I looked up, all of the cars had slowed down behind me. And I realized I had knocked the sidewall of something, hit a wall somewhere. And when I came to, I just sat up and grabbed the steering wheel, real calm, like I'm driving. I didn't even know I was driving because I was asleep. I was out of
Mm,
Oh my gosh, that
it.
is
So I'll
so
tell anyone, you
scary.
have to be careful about that. Lord have mercy, 85. Yeah, I was booking it at that time. I'm a lot older and a lot more wise in my decisions as it pertains to driving. Plus, I don't want to lose my CDL.
right.
Um, but at
Mm.
that time, I wasn't driving trucks. But yeah, that was one of those things. You drink a energy drink and you think it's going to keep you up, and it only works for so long. And then when it crashes, when it
Right.
wears off, you crash
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
That is so wild. Yeah.
So, coach said they work for her. She said she used it a few times on vacay to wake up for her workout.
I
I
feel like I
mean,
have no problem waking up in the morning, even if I go to sleep like really late. I'll
she.
only be like a little tired, but I don't be too tired. Like, especially if I'm on vacation. If I'm on vacation, if I'm going to sleep late, I'm waking up early too. Because I'm gonna be having a good time. Why would I want to be missing out on everything that I could be doing when I can take my whole day?
That's true. That is very true. All right. So, let's get to this last talking point. Your future self is watching. The person you'll be in 6 months is being shaped by today's choices. Future you will either thank you for your grind or resent you for your excuses. Discipline now prevents regrets later. Your future self cashes the check. Think long term. Every act of discipline is an investment in a better tomorrow.
That's a fact. And when I think about that from when you're saying it, I'm really just thinking about my YouTube journey and how in the very beginning I was doing my streaks as tiring as it ended up being towards the ending of it. My future self is definitely cashing them checks. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very satisfied and very happy with how I did my YouTube journey. And to be honest, looking back at it, I wouldn't have done it any other way. I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful for everyone that I met in the path of this journey and everyone that I'm going to meet in my future here on YouTube. And it's exciting to be able to like go back and look at how far I have come. So yeah, I definitely agree with that statement that you made.
Mm-hmm.
What was that statement or question? Elevator. Because I'm just trying to respond to how you said it.
You Um, which discipline now prevents regrets later. Your future self cashes the check.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. See, the only thing, not, I can't say the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
If it's one thing I could say is the I have to factor in the mistakes. I have to factor in the failure. I have to factor in the getting up again from a fall. I have to factor in the messing something up and trying to do it over again because it's the wisdom that I got. Mm. It's the wisdom that I got from
Mm-hmm.
those things of failure, those areas of disappointment, those areas of falling short of my goal that
Mm-hmm.
taught me tenacity. I'm able now to see, okay, I was able to keep going.
Right.
Now I see the benefit of me getting up and trying again. Now I see the benefit of sticking with it even though it looked like it's going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And the points of getting to a place where nobody else cares or thinking that no one else cares and
Mm-hmm.
caring enough to keep going.
Tina need you need to start clipping
Very
these.
true.
Like that'll be a fire short.
Mm.
Yeah, like that was great. They yell in the chat talking about a real pickle. I don't even want to know.
Well, that was Two Real said get you a pickle for a
Look,
hangover.
no, it's the emoji that threw me off. It's that emoji that she used.
I know, right? But that was she was responding to something I said
It don't
because I was
matter.
like pickle. I had the question mark because that's what Two Real said. Get you a pickle, and I was
Yeah,
like a pickle.
yeah. A
Yeah,
real pickle.
a real pickle, and I still was confused. And I was like, so
But she said
I'm
resilience is
sorry.
effective.
I'm sorry.
Reframing failure, never a failure, always a lesson. Absolutely. Absolutely, Daniel. Yvette is in the building. Came
Hello, Yvette.
at the very end, Yvette. Look, now, coach. Here we go. Oh, have mercy.
Mhm. It's saying we can't have vegetables.
Oh, man. That's wild. See? You see? Coach, man.
Oh, that is not a pickle, ma'am. Wrong vegetable.
Oh, man.
Oh, it could be a whole child sometimes. Oh,
Right. All right. So, anybody got anything they want to add? You know, about bedtime. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
hey, Allison, good to see you in the chat. Coach, I just wanted to speak to you as well. I don't know if I said anything to you or even responded. I'm over here looking at all this other stuff. Tutorial.
Then he'll said that always happens as soon as you hit the button and end the live. 4 people show. Hey, listen,
Yes.
I get it, but once it's time to end the live, it's time to end the live.
Yeah, you got to be kind and rewind, as I like to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know,
Be a
if
part of the replay tribe, as Faith
if
said
I was up here
sometimes.
by myself, I would have went ahead and ended it already.
Probably so. Especially with me and Jay up here, Jay over here trying to slick interview me while I'm just sitting up here.
I just got an image of you shaking the toy. Whoa,
What?
whoa,
No, I ain't responded to that at all. Mm-mm.
pause. Hey, yo,
Gargantuan pause.
yeah, that was wild. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta pull up earlier. Even y'all could join the panel if y'all want to. I know y'all. Well, nah, Allison don't need no watch hours, but see, here go Coach. Coach said, "Go ahead and end it." So I'm going to take Coach's advice.
What?
So thank you everybody that tuned in. Thank you to my co-host Tina. Thank you to Jay for joining the panel for a little bit. You
Thank you
know,
for having me.
you could have been anywhere in these internet streets, but you sat here and spent a few moments with me, and I really appreciate you. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you came in late, please catch the replay if you don't mind. Everybody take care. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
All right.